Hey guys, Palsteron here, and today let's talk about the final release of Last Epoch, an upcoming RPG that I'm extremely hyped about and what I have in store for it. Now, Last Epoch needs no introduction if you're in the ARPG space. It is an up-and-coming title that has been quite hyped for a while now, and that is mostly because it's been in early access slash beta for such a long time. For context, I bought this game in 2018 and have since been playing around about 1 to 1.5k hours in total, which doesn't sound that long over such a long time span, but there was pretty much not that much going on. At a certain point, they just basically released update after update. But now it's finally here. And I just want to make this clear. This is not a situation where, oh, the PoE player is just going to play for 2-3 days, just going to dive in completely blind, is not going to know what's going on. This is something I plan to release content before and after. This is something where I accumulated knowledge over time, and it's something that I will release videos on and I will stream basically daily. Now, if you guys want to check out my thoughts on Last Epoch, 2 years ago, I made a video about my thoughts on the game, and they haven't really changed all that much since. They have released new classes, they have released updates, but overall, the thoughts are quite the same. However, I do have a lot of things planned, and I want to outline that here just so you know I kind of have thought this through. So the release was on the 21st of February. Right now, we're streaming Path of Exile up to like yesterday. On the 10th of February, we're going to start. We're going to refamiliarize ourselves with the game, with the new class that I haven't played yet, Rune Master. We're also going to deep dive into the Falconer and the Warlock, as well as just relearn basics of the game, re-level, because there have been a few extra additions. I will be streaming all of this live over on twitch.tv/Palsteron, so if you want to check that out, you can follow along. Now, what I have planned in terms of streams. Basically, streams to prep for release from the 10th to the 20th, from the 21st of February until, I don't know, somewhere in March, whenever the next PoE League comes out, or whenever, I don't know, maybe I get tired of the game. I have no idea. We're basically going to be streaming nonstop every day. My streaming time is usually 13:30 Central European time. However, when the league starts, most likely it won't be as regular. I'll basically immediately when I wake up, just go to the PC and do nothing else all day. So most likely it could be earlier, or maybe I sleep long. I have no idea, but usually it will be earlier. In terms of video content for YouTube, if you don't really care about streams, I have a lot planned as well. 5 videos are definitely planned before league start, and those are going to be should you buy Last Epoch. So the video I mentioned earlier, the link down below, I will make an updated version after I played all the new stuff and I looked at everything that I need to know in order to maybe form a new opinion. Some of the things that I criticized my first video have been addressed, I've heard. The second one is the class overview. Basically, one of the most important decisions of an ARPG is even before you kill the first mob, it is not the name, it is actually which class you pick. After that, I'll release a beginner's guide. Now, just so you know, this is definitely a game you can go in blind. If you're a Path of Exile player, you do not have to watch a long video. I will keep the beginner's guide as short as possible because this is something you can actually go in blind. But you can get some advantages beforehand, kind of know what stuff does, and that's what I'm going to focus on in that video. Make it for people who have never played the game before and want to get a slight advantage. After that, I will be talking about which league you want to play. Trade and Solo Self-Found in Last Epoch is actually quite interesting because the Solo Self-Found is not just harder than Trade, it actually gives you extra drop quantity. However, you cannot then pick that to trade. It's a little bit more complicated. I'll make a video about it, but it is a quite important decision. And then at the end, I'm also going to release a league starter build video. Now, I might not be able to completely test it out because I will most likely be playing one of the new classes. Talk about that more when it comes to it. But I will do my best to give you the best possible start. And yeah, after release, I will be talking a lot about progression and how to farm items. Basically, once I've progressed into corruptions, I will explain all of that to you right there. And then, as always, I'll make various builds and make guides about it. So once again, if you want to follow along, if you only care about release, be there on the 21st, twitch.tv/Palsteron. And if you care before, you can also go in there and grab a little bit of information beforehand. You can ask me questions, whatever you want. Now, in terms of content that you can look at already, Maxroll already has a quite big array of build guides that you can look at and kind of choose from. Obviously, if you don't know anything about the basics, that's not going to do much. But if you already know a little bit, that's going to help you out quite a bit, understanding the meta. The tier list will obviously be adjusted before a league start, but there's a lot of other resources that you can use. As well as that, there is a Last Epoch planner where you can basically completely plan out your build before you start the game. So yeah, also big shout out to everybody on the Last Epoch team for the contributions. The site looks awesome, and I can't wait to look at some of them on stream. Link to the Maxroll stuff down below in the description. But yeah, that is everything I can say for now. I'm so happy for the devs that this is finally happening, that they're finally going to release the game. They're awesome people. I think this is one of the most dedicated studios and really a dev team that is very intelligent and cares for the genre. But that's about it. Since I still don't have a slogan, see you next time.